Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another news feed here. Don't forget I post 1, 2, or 3 videos every single day. Hit the subscribe button. You will also find a join button right there. It'll give you member access. That member access means you get access to all of my videos before they go public, and that's usually, sometimes it could be a week or two before the videos even published, as I bulk upload a ton because I'm putting out 2 or 3 videos every single day. So you might like that. There's also a comment pinned at the top of this with how to join members if you don't find the join button. But we're kicking this off with Nissan just cut the Rouge and Pathfinder prices up to $1,900. An attempt to look less desperate, maybe, but either way, for us, we don't care what the reason is. We got 2 great SUVs that have got the prices dropped down on them significantly. Now, the Rouge is a great small SUV. It is CVT transmission. A lot of people do not like that, whereas the Pathfinder is an actual automatic transmission, not a CVT, and the Pathfinder's 3-row versus 2-row. So some great things in here. Now, something I was not aware of, I don't follow Mitsubishi. I don't follow these little SUVs too much, but Rouge, a popular crossover, compact crossover that was a bit too expensive if you lived next to a Mitsubishi dealership. See, a Mitsubishi Outlander is basically a Rouge with an extra row of seats and a 10-year powertrain warranty, and it only used to cost an extra $415 if we compare base trim to base trim. To widen the delta, Nissan dropped the Rouge S price by $640, coming out to $29,980, including freight. It's a huge discount, but things get a bit bigger further down the range. But before we get to that, that's interesting. I did not know that a Mitsubishi Outlander, I did not know that this was basically a extra row of seats and a 10-year powertrain version of a Rouge. I was unaware of that. So I went ahead and looked. Here's a Mitsubishi Outlander. Didn't know anything about this. $29,000 start price. You can see this thing. Pretty sweet. They got, you can look at this thing. Look at that. That's like here, 7-passenger seating. Apparently it's giving me a hard time here, but right here, 7-passenger seating in this thing. Pretty impressive, actually. Pretty dang impressive when you look at this. Like I said, never been a vehicle I would have ever even looked at or paid attention to. It's not in my wheelhouse or my kind of vehicle, but pretty impressive, something to keep in mind or think about. And I did actually look at the prices. We'll talk about those here in a minute, the real world street prices, but pretty impressive. I mean, you got to admit, I was unaware. Pretty neat to see a 3-row in such a small size vehicle. So what's the Rouge go for? If we look at Auto Trader, we go here. I just went ahead and did nationwide, 2025 lowest price. We are seeing $25,000, $25,700, $25,800. 26, call it 20, $26,000, $26,000 for these for a base model Rouge. If we go over here and we do the same thing for a Mitsubishi, we go an Outlander right here, same thing, nationwide, 2025 lowest price. Seeing 24, 24.6, 25, 26. We're seeing the same exact prices. So if you are in the market for a Nissan Rouge, it might be worth looking at a Mitsubishi as well, too. You might actually get more than what you're looking for in it. Who knows? And the 10-year warranty as well, too. It's kind of cool. So, again, I don't know anything about a Mitsubishi Outlander. I've not had any interest in. These are not my kind of vehicles that I would buy, but something for you guys to think about there that are or could be interested in that. Now, when we get into the Pathfinder, also the Rouge, the SV model gets a $1,380 price drop. The all-wheel drive Rock Creek, I love the Rock Creek look of the Rock Creek trims on both of these, but that gets a $1,930 price cut down to $34,880, and the SL model gets a $1,000 price cut. We go to the Pathfinder. Pathfinder S and V and Rock Creek see a price drop of $670, so not very huge. It's still a price drop. We like that. Rock Creek, the Pathfinder Rock Creek, I love the look of it. I reviewed these, put it on my channel for you. It's already out there if you want to search it, but only a $670 drop, and then the SL and Platinums get $1,170 drop. So that's pretty cool, and you can get the all-wheel drive. It's still a $2,000 option on all trims, but it is included on a Rock Creek automatically. So they say, will lowering these prices seem a little little less desperate than simply running a perma incentive, phasing out discounts and enhancing the value, and claiming that they will boost affordability for consumers facing a challenging car buying landscape. Whatever they're saying here. Either way, you can get up to $1,900 off on that Rouge, and it looks like realistically $670 on most of the Pathfinders you're going to be looking for. So pretty cool. They're at least giving you some options there. Get a little bit of price cut on those for you in that option as you're looking at it. And then the next one here, we have word of 2 new SEMA coming to SEMA is the new age Nissan Xterra concept. 2 of them. 2 modern Xterra concepts are being built for the Las Vegas SEMA show. We've got the exclusive scoop on both. So 2 of them being made that are going to represent this. Now, Sears Highlights says the Nissan Xterra will return in the form of 2 fresh SEMA builds for the 2025 show. Both off-road focused concepts have approval from Nissan and its Nismo division. They combine parts from various newer Nissan models enhanced with off-road gear. Kind of interesting. Now, there's a couple things here in this paragraph that pissed me off. The good news is that Nissan's long-term product roadmap includes an SUV with squared-off looks for 2027 that could loosely pick up where the off-road focused Xterra left off, even though it might not even carry the same name. The bad news for purists is that it will be electric in 2027. That sucks. I don't want an electric off-road vehicle. Knock it off. I cannot stand that. But before that happens, fans are getting a little something to chew on in the form of 2 speculative SEMA concepts that imagine what a traditional gas-powered 2026 Xterra could look like. That gives me some hope that maybe there'll be some possibilities of basically a frontier version of an SUV coming. That's my assumption. And why would they not? They already have the Frontier there. They already have the framework. They already have everything there. Just put an SUV on it. Here's kind of what they're thinking. Some of the stuff they're putting at looks very much to me like the new Honda Passport. It's what it looks like, in my opinion. 2026 Passport that's out there. It's a good-looking truck. But this will be body on frame, where the Passport is not. So competing with like the 4Runner, the Bronco, the Wrangler, that kind of thing. So they got them in here, mix match DNA. They go through some things that are interesting. But here's the real part that you can read this if you wanted to. I'll kind of leave it there if you want to pause it. But nothing it wrote made me get all excited or warm and fuzzy. But there it is for you if you want to. Here it is. Right here, though. Both builds will ride on proper ladder frame chassis. That's important. That means full frame, not unibody, and come equipped with 4-wheel drive. Expect contemporary off-road tech and some Nismo hardware sprinkled in for good measure. As for what's under the hood, here's where things get interesting. One version will pack a Nissan 3.8 V6, the motor out of the Frontier, while the other is going all out with a rumbling V8, which should provide plenty of drama and presence. So what that means is we got 2 SEMA builds coming. One of them is basically an SUV Frontier, is how I'm thinking of it. And the other one is a SUV-based Titan. Let the reality of that sink in, which you would think would be like a Armada. But this one's going to be more, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out or what they're going to do with it, but I'm super excited to see what they come up with. Says Shearer, who is also known as Nismo Nick, will be documenting the build process on his Instagram page where fans can follow along the project as the project takes shape. And while these may be fan-built concepts, they received official support from Nissan North America and Nismo, lending some extra legitimacy to the whole thing. We don't know what's going to happen. There's too many variables and there's too many up and down things to Nissan to know what's going to go or how things are going to go. This is a previous Xterra that was out. Many people, this has got a cult following behind this vehicle. Everybody loves it. We would love to see it come back. We would love to basically take the Frontier you have right here and slap one of these bodies back on it and call it good. We will see what they come up with. But at least Nissan is entering into the 2025 SEMA show with 2 Xterra type vehicles coming. So we'll see what that means for us. Any questions, comments, put them below. Thanks for watching.